Yes, awesome. Thanks so much. Alrighty. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. My name is Rachel. I am an undergraduate recruitment specialist here at San Francisco State University in the Office of Undergraduate Admissions and Enrollment. I'm fairly new to the team. I just joined a little over a month ago, but I have a lot of knowledge and really excited to chat with you all today and just also hang out with my campus partners in the CSU family. So let's jump right into SF State. At State, we have a lot of great recognitions. For anyone who may be interested in cinema or film, our School of Cinema is amongst the top 25 film schools across the nation. It's super cool. We have our very own cinema lab with equipment and software for our students to get that hands-on experience to really craft their projects that they may have in and out of the classroom, so that's awesome. We also have great alumni who have lots of great connections and networking opportunities for our student. Our most famous one coming out of there is probably an executive producer who currently works at Disney and Pixar Studios. So if you have seen Inside Out and Up, and you've like cried and all of that, because I have too, he did that, right? And he's an SF State alum, and so that's super awesome. For anyone interested in our business programs, our Lamb Family College of Business is amongst the top 10% of business schools globally. So that's really cool. And I'll touch upon those programs a little bit later on. And then really cherished amongst the SF State community is that we have established the first and only College of Ethnic Studies amongst the nation, right? A lot of institutions will have departments and programs to ethnic, cultural, or racial studies, but we have a whole college dedicated to these types of programs. And actually, it's a part of your general ed at SF State is to take one course from this College of Ethnic Studies, whether it's Race and Resistance, Africana Studies, Asian American Studies, right? But it's a great way for you to learn more about yourself and your surrounding community while you're at SF. And many students who have taken a course out of it to either fulfill a GE or just out of their interest, they have lots of great positive feedback to our faculty and staff there. So those are three that we want to highlight here. But other colleges include our Lamb Family College of Business, our Graduate College of Education, College of Health and Social Sciences, College of Liberal and Creative Arts, our College of Science and Engineering, and then like mentioned before, our College of Ethnic Studies. And these 6 colleges house over 70 academic programs, but if you count in the number of concentrations certain programs may have, that's over 100 academic options for you to pick from. And speaking of our majors, you can see on the slide here that we have just some of our most popular majors. And then at SF State, we have 6 impacted majors. And I'm sure you've heard of the word impacted before and stuff like that. It just means we don't have the number of seats to offer to all of the qualified applicants who apply in. So for our 6 impacted majors that you see here, just really pay attention to that GPA. We typically advise students to strive for at least a 3.0 to 3.2 into these impacted programs. But these most popular majors, not all of them, if they're not on this list, they're not impacted. So you are admissible by meeting our minimum CSU requirements. We are an NCAA Division II school, so that means that it is what league we are in, as well as our success and campus size, but we offer these women's teams as well as these men's teams. But if you're not interested in playing on the collegiate level, that is a-okay. We still offer 13 sports clubs in our Mashouf Wellness Center, our state-of-the-art recreational building. It has an indoor pool, indoor gym. We even have an indoor 41-foot tall rock climbing wall, which is really cool. And because access into the wellness center, into the gym, your membership is already included in your student fees. You can go in and use it as much as you like whenever the wellness center is open. We also offer like group fitness courses. So you can actually take a course to learn proper form on how to like climb this rock wall. It's pretty cool, actually. And because we're virtual right now, they're doing their best to host some virtual group fitness classes. So that's really cool too. But we are all really excited to get back in person and actually go back to working out like we used to, right? We are a large campus. We have just about 28,000 students, both undergrad and grad in total. So we have a lot of student organizations. We have over 200 student clubs, student activities and events that range from your academic interests, social interests, career-based interests, as well as talent-based interests, right? We have clubs for our gamers out there, such as like Pokemon Go and Super Smash Bros. Your talents, if you are a great singer in and out of the shower, if you're a dancer, We have clubs for that, as well as the career-based ones, such as the Pre-Dental Association, as well as many clubs and organizations that have formed from the different academic programs with faculty as advisors in them. So that's pretty cool. For anyone interested in Greek life, we have 29 Greek organizations, both fraternities and sororities, and that community is continuously growing year after year. We have these campus and student resources as well. Many of the offices, which is what's great about it, is that you don't have to pay like an extra cost to utilize their services, except for study abroad, because while you are still overseas, you do have to pay for your fees. But for example, in our tutoring and academic support center, we have full-time tutors as well as peer mentors tutors. So you can go in and utilize their services as much as you need to, and they won't charge you an extra $1 just for the tutoring classes or tutoring sessions, I should say. We also have a career services and leadership development office that can help you with your resume, help you prepare for upcoming interviews, as well as connect you to internships and work opportunities both on and off campus. At the end of my presentation, I'll be posting links to everything that I've kind of mentioned on here today. So if you need any additional information, just shoot me a message in the chat box. I'll be happy to give you more links to do your own research after today. Housing is a popular question that we get at SF State. Housing is actually not required for all students because it is a first come, first serve opportunity. So you do have to submit a second application when it opens every year on March 1st online. It's a separate application. And it's typically a $70 fee, but $40 of that is refundable if you do not receive an offer or decide to withdraw your application. Our housing website will show you all of the room layouts from dorms to our apartment styles, as well as the different costs to each of them as well. But we also have resources for our off-campus local communities to students as well if you do not want to live on campus or you need to look for an off-campus option. Speaking of housing and costs, here is an estimate of the cost breakdown. These are just the ballpark of the numbers, and what you are seeing here, like the over $20,000 range, that is all sticker price. So this is before any financial aid is applied to your package here. But being an in-state California resident, you do get the benefit of the in-state tuition per semester. Really, the bulk of your finances will be from meals and housing. Because we are in the city of San Francisco, the cost of living has a higher price tag, unfortunately. So that's really where the bulk of your money will go to, but you can't beat the in-state tuition for less than $8,000 a year. But don't let those price tags deter you away. We still accept financial aid in forms of grants, scholarships, work studies, and loans. First step is always to complete your FAFSA application, of course. But we also offer additional institutional-wide scholarships that are categorized in many ways. It could be based on your academic interests, merit-based scholarships, as well as those that can hit on, for example, first-generation students, or if you are a child of a military family, there are additional institutional scholarships for that. Again, I'll post the link on our chat right after this so that you can explore our additional scholarships and financial aid resources. All right, so let's go over the transfer requirements. They're going to be very similar to all the other CSUs that will glaze over this as well, but specifically at SF State, we are accepting students at a lower division level, which means you can come in with less than 60 transferable semester units, which is traditionally your freshman to sophomore standing. We are checking to see that you have been eligible out of high school, meaning you received your high school diploma or GED equivalency and have met your A through G college prep courses. From these less than 60 transferable semester units from your California Community College, we are looking for at least a 2.0 GPA, and that you have met these two gen ed areas, the A2, which is written communication course, and a quantitative reasoning or math course. So that is at the lower division level. We are also still accepting students at the upper division level, which is 60 or more units, which is traditionally your junior to senior standing, right? Again, it's that 2.0 GPA minimum, and 30 of the 60, we are looking to see that you have completed GE, but we have been a little more flexible on this area, so don't worry about that. We are looking for that 60 and the 2.0 GPA, and that you have completed all 4 of the basic area courses, what we call the Golden 4, right? The oral communication course, the written communication course, a critical thinking course, as well as the quantitative reasoning. This is also known as your math course. If you need help with the transfer process, here are some tools that we suggest. Assist.org is a great way for you to check which courses will transfer over to SF State. Please use it if you need to so that you can prepare yourself and know what courses are coming over. Utilize your pre-admissions advising staff that you have, whether it's on your campus or connect with our staff here on campus so we can help you with this process. If you're coming in with an ADT, Associate Degree for Transfer, we do have some pathways for that. I'll also post a link at the chat so you can check, so you can see if you are accepting or if you are coming out with an ADT, you can see which programs you can have a seamless process coming into here. And then as always, we do offer the CA Promise as well. Here's just a snapshot of our admitted student profile from the past fall 2019 semester. We do accept roughly around that 66 to 67% of applicants, and you can see the average GPA of our transfer students coming in. Again, keyword being average, so don't freak out if you are below that. That was just our average. We are still fairly selective, but I still think we do our best to provide students a way to come into SF State and transfer pretty easily. I know I talked a lot about our school and stuff, and everyone's probably going to mention this today, but the application is available right now if you're looking to come into the fall 2021 semester. My slide says November 30th. That is a lie. It's actually December 4th, so please submit the application on the CSU website if you're interested in that. The important dates that I've kind of gone over in this presentation, here's just a reminder of them. Open now is the Cal State application due by December 4th. Also available now is their FAFSA and DREAM application. The priority deadline is March 2nd, so be sure to submit those as well. As I mentioned before, our housing application opens on March 1st. It is that first come, first served process. So the minute you find out that you do want to live on campus, make sure to mark this date down so that you can put your application for an on-campus offer. Orientation is available through April 1st to May 1st. That application and registration is available during that time. It's not required for all students, but highly recommended. It's a way for you to get to know our campus a little bit more, as well as take a look at registering for your courses and stuff like that. May 1st is that golden day to accept or decline your offer of admissions. And then once you accept, July 15th is the last day that we need your official transcripts from your community college. If you're coming in a lower division, we will need your high school transcripts as well. And because our in-person visits are suspended until further notice, we have these two online options for you to learn more about our campus. We offer a virtual guided tour, which is really cool. It's led by one of our student ambassadors who's a current SF State student. Log on to Zoom, you get to see the campus through a series of photos, and they're not like a robot or anything leading you through this, so you can actually interact with them, ask them questions about the student experience, any questions that you have about campus life. And my favorite part is that you save about 10,000 steps because you're not physically walking across our large campus and seeing everything. Unless you want to walk in circles in your living room while you're carrying your laptop around as you're like walking through campus, that's fine too. Get your steps in. I support that. I do that too all the time. The second option that we offer is called Chat with the Gator. Similar to the virtual guided tour, just without the tour component. You just get to log on and chat with one of our students, and you can just ask them questions about the campus. And we have some upcoming events. The first one is this Saturday. We are offering 3 sessions. One is the admissions presentation, kind of what I've gone over with you today. The second one is a student panel. It's an open Q&A time on Zoom for you to submit questions to our student panelists, and they can answer it live. Again, you can ask about student life, adjusting to SF State, the community, and all that jazz. And then the third session on all 3 dates is the CSU application workshop. So if you haven't started your application, or you have started it, but you want to go over and make sure that you're filling everything correctly, we have sessions available and staff members there who are going to literally walk you through the entire applications and show you the sections of how to fill it out. And then you can also be put in a breakout room with one of our staff members to go over your items before you submit it. So those are upcoming virtual events. Here's my contact information. My colleague Tino is supposed to be here to shadow me. I didn't check if he came in or not yet, but there's his email. Shoot him an email if you have questions as well. If you have any general questions but don't know who to go to, you can shoot it to this outreach email. It's just our general email account that will get forwarded to the correct staff member or department if you have a specific question. But that's everything on my end. Thanks so much for listening. I'll be happy to answer questions after all of my campus partners have presented as well. Thanks.